Yo, welcome back, Xycor here, and today in our Re-Legend Magnus showcase, we're going to take a look at the blue toe snapper of Re-Legend. Yes, this blue toe snapper is, well, I guess somewhat dangerous, Magnus. Yeah, they're blue, they like to, I guess, spray some water, even though you'd think maybe they like to dig in some way, but yeah, they actually spray water out of their mouth. So I'm gonna, I guess, tell you exactly how to tame them, where they are, and what they do. So I guess the first place I'm gonna head is the temple, where they actually spawn. Okay, to find them, they are here in the temple on the Voca Coast area, and this is the only place where they spawn. Let's see here. Where you'd go is you'd come out from the town. It's probably easier to go up through Tracker Cove, through Vale's Gulch, and up into the temple entrance area. And yeah, you just, as long as you have the temple unlocked, because it won't be unlocked until you reach a certain point in the story, but that's early on. So then you come in here in the temple, and they are generally right around in this area and pretty much all around in the temple. This is the same place you find Draconewt, and I have a Magnus showcase on Draconewt if you want to check that out too. So here's one right here. I will. Looks like there's two of them, and yes, they are aggressive. So I will tame one here. Let's see what it takes to tame them. Right here, there we go. Now they are a bruiser class, which I think that just means I'm still not fully sure on the classes in Re-Legend, honestly. But their behavior, they are aggressive. I think this just means they're physical attacker, probably something like that. As for their favorite food, they like raw meat, and as for regular, their regular likes, they like fish, and they like regular meat as well. So yeah, that's kind of duplicated in a sense. They'll take all forms of meat and all forms of fish. That's the thing. As for the drops, they drop raw meat, they drop juicy raw meat, they also drop jaw scales, jaw plates, and jaw spikes. As for their skills, I guess you'd call them, they can till in the farm, so a 1 row by 3 column area, and then their party buff is a physical attack plus 10%. So I will grab myself some meat here. I have some. Hold that. Now in this area, I believe they're around level 14 or 15. Now you don't want to miss with that. So yeah, you have to kind of dance around them. And there we go. There we go. And just go through the taming procedure. There we go. And then you'll have one. Now let's see. They are... this one's level 13. So it's probably in a range. 13 to 15, somewhere in that area, in this area. So, now, let's see here. Their attack, their left click, is just a regular bite. But, for some reason, let's see. It turns them around. I'm not sure why. Until you actually have something targeted, then it won't turn them around. But for some reason, when you don't have anything targeted, it will turn them around, which is odd. But that's really all they have. They don't have a right click, and they don't have a Q or an E. Of course, they're unevolved base Magnus. So that is Stubjaw. Let's check them out check out their evolutions. The next one will be Longjaw, and I will get mine to level 15 and evolve it from there. So yeah, got to get it to level 15 and 2 hearts. And to show off its tilling, you can see it has a 1x3. So you just right click to do the tilling. And it's fairly handy. Okay, I got mine to the level required to evolve it to a Longjaw. Let's see here. Look at it in the book. And look at the evolution. Okay, it requires level 15, and mine's level 15, and focus of greater than 15, and affection of level 2, and then just feed it a juicy raw meat. And I happen to have one. Have some. Okay. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that basically Stubjaw spawn throughout the entire temple. So everywhere you see a Draco Newt, Stubjaw can spawn too, all the way up to the area right before the Dreadclaw. So that's a fairly useful way of getting them. And they're quite common. So yeah, it's pretty easy. So I will use a juicy raw meat, hold that, and I will throw it at it because mine is at, let's see here. Yes, mine is at 22 focus. I put in all my points. So that is what I need to do. Hold that, throw it at it, and it should evolve to a Longjaw. There we go. This is a Longjaw. And now, put that away. Longjaw, might as well look at its stats. Now, Longjaw is also a bruiser, and it's also aggressive. So yes, if you see one, it will attack you. And its favorite food is juicy raw meat. But it also likes fish and other meat as well. As for drop items, it drops juicy raw meat, premium raw meat, jaw scales, jaw plates, and jaw spikes. And its skill, its right click skill, it takes 7 stamina. It's Aqua Cascade, and it sprays a powerful jet of water. Yes, it takes 7 stamina and has an a cooldown of 8 seconds. As for tilling in the farm, it has a 2x3 column of tilling. So yeah, it does 2 rows by 3 columns. So it's getting better at tilling. As for party buff, it gives a physical attack of 15%. So, not bad. Now, the next thing to do is just check out its attacks here. Now, its left click attack is a bite that also likes to turn it around when it doesn't target anything. It's kind of odd. So yeah, it's got a 3 hits, of course. You attack once and then attack another time, and then it will do its last. So yes, that is the left click attack. I'll just take this out. There we go. Now, and its right click attack is the aqua spray. So yes, it sprays water, and then you have to wait 8 seconds. There we go. And it hits at somewhat of a range. I just gotta wait for it to cool down. Come on, let me cool down. Yeah, it has a little bit of a range to it, but it's not super long. There we go. So, now, the next thing I need to do is evolve it to Megajaw, which actually takes some leveling, so yeah, that will take me a little bit. Okay, I have one at the required level here, and of course the required affinity as well. Let's check it out here. Down here, Magnus and Longjaw, the evolution area. Now, to evolve it to a Megajaw, you need it at level 45, you need focus greater than 50, and you need max affection. And then you need to feed it a premium raw meat. So get off here. Wrong button. And to depict its farm ability, I will pick that up and get it kind of straight here. Let's pick that up since, yeah, that is in the way. There we go. So it's a 2x3, and you just right click to do that. It can be pretty handy when hoeing. Then you don't have to hoe so much, on your own. But charged hoes, a charged hoe would probably end up being a little better, but who knows. So, get off here. Now, I think, let's see. I don't have a premium raw meat on me. I actually have one in storage here, so I'll just grab that out. There we go. Take that. And I will give it to it. So hold that. And throw it at it. There we go. And it's evolving into a Megajaw. There we go. Megajaw. Which looks fairly cool. Quite big. Okay, now let's see Megajaw's information. Down here. There we go. And there. Now, Megajaw is also a bruiser, and its behavior is also aggressive. So if you see one in the wild, maybe you should run. If you're at a low level. And its favorite food is premium raw meat. But it also likes fish and meat as well. And it drops juicy raw meat, premium raw meat, jaw scales, jaw plates, and jaw spikes as well. So pretty much the same as Longjaw. As for its attacks, it has Mega Headbutt, which charges forward and topples enemies with a huge headbutt, and that takes 15 stamina and has a cooldown of 8 seconds. It also has Earth Shock, which stomps the ground and creates a huge shockwave. That takes 15 stamina and has a 10-second cooldown. And then it has Primal Roar, which lets out a giant roar that empowers itself, which takes 10 stamina and has a 10-second cooldown. That sounds like it's like a self-buff. And then it has a 3x3 area that it tills in the farm in your field. And then for its passive party buff, it gives a 20% bonus to physical attack, which is nice. So I will see, actually let me see here. So Mega Headbutt, Earth Shock, and Primal Roar. Okay, so yeah, just trying to memorize the names, even though I probably won't. So let's see. Its left click is just an attack, regular melee attack, which it flips around for. Which is actually kind of interesting though when you use it. If it doesn't have a target, you left click, it switches around, and then yeah, it hits over here, and then it also hits back over here for the third. So it flips around for each and every attack, which is kind of interesting, honestly. Now for the Mega Headbutt, that's the right click attack, so that's pretty cool. It charges forward. And then the Q attack, I think this was the Earth Spike. Yeah, I think that's the Earth Spike. And the E attack is the self buff, which doesn't actually give it a status effect up in the upper left. I would think it should, which is interesting. Let's see. Yeah, that would be the primal roar. Which is, yeah, it's kind of odd. I would think it would give it a buff in the upper left, but it doesn't actually look like it. Who knows? Maybe it just doesn't show. But I'll take this out in the field and test. Head to the yeah, let's go to the Forgotten Path. There we go. Now head over here. Let's see what it does to some Windhorn. Now left click it. It will, looks like it will jump past the Magnus that you're attacking, unless you just left click at a, you know, with a gap. Okay, let's see the charge. Does 153. Interesting. The charge does about the same amount of damage as its regular attack. Okay, let's check the Q attack. Earth Spike. That looks like it attacks everything in an AoE. Pretty interesting. And the E, the self buff. Okay. Doesn't really look like it does too much. But it does have a good amount of crit since you have to use focus, or since you have to give it focus to evolve it. But yeah, it looks like it does have a good amount of you know, crit attack because you give it so much focus. And then the attacks seem to do okay. I don't think I put any points into this one, did I? Or did I? Oh, it looks like I did, so yeah. So, yeah, Megajaw is pretty cool. A nice addition to have to your team. So, I think that covers all of Megajaw. It doesn't have any further evolves. That's just that. Yeah, it's just that. So, yeah. If you like this Magnus showcase, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. It really helps us out a lot. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that bell icon, leave a comment, and of course share it. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.